I can't afford it. Anybody else? What would you do to find a motivated? Look, you got to go through 15,248 properties, man. This is a lot of properties to go through. I ain't trying to do all that. You trying to do all that? Anybody else? Any suggestions over there? What would you do over here?
A high equity absentee owner, somebody said. Probate, somebody said.
Probate's hard, man. You can do probate, but you got to be really an expert to do that. And I ain't trying to look, man. I ain't trying to do all that. That's a long time. That's a grind. I mean, I got guys. I got a buddy of mine that's a pro at that. If I find a probate property, I'll say, hey man, here's a probate deal, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm not an expert in that. You can be. I'll just let him do that. So here's what I like. I'm gonna go here to the quick filters. And what I'm looking for is watch how many of these properties I cut down. I want to know who has high equity. Because if you don't have high equity, okay, we just took it from 15,000 to 10. And then I want to do tax delinquent. And then I want to do a match all. 276 properties. I'm going through here now and I am finding the cream of the crop over here. And then, let's say I go over here. This is a higher end zip code here, more expensive here. But I go through this one here, says worth 720 grand. So here's the owner, here's their address. They own it free and clear. Tax delinquent for 23. They bought it in 05 for 478. Needs an estimated 76,000 in repair cost. So, man, this makes it easy. This makes it real easy right here. If I wanted to call the person, I'd just hit this here and I would call one of these two lines right here and say, hey, you interested in selling this property, right? And so we're going to talk about more about that later. We're going to give you guys opportunity to even get a free trial or Black Friday special. It's the same stuff that we use to find deals here. And usually what I like to do is, Jarius teaches on this here, go to the bottom of the list here. These are too expensive. This isn't what I like to BRRRR, man. Somebody else, give me another zip code over there. Give me another zip code, everybody.
We got 41,160.
That's Ohio in it. 41160. That sounds like the hood, bro. Oh, no, that's Kentucky. That's definitely the hood. All right, I'm just kidding. Maybe it's a good part. Let's see. And 276 properties. Oh man, that's a tertiary. That's a small market. Oh no,
Right.
this is already got the filters on it. Okay, so it's got the filters on it already. So that's in. Let's clear the filters. Let's get rid of the tax delinquent. Let's get rid of the high equity. So let's get rid of Florida here. We only look. There's only 32 properties. There's got to be more properties than that here, man.
I think I might have read the zip code wrong.
Yeah.
It's 43160 was what Austin said.
Okay. 43160. I was going
Yeah.
to tell you, do not buy in that town.
I
If
just
three people die, that town is going
I just
under.
put you in the middle of the field or something.
Yeah, they're oversaturated. Okay, 43160. 12,889 properties here. And we are going to go over here to, I could scrape this down, and like my favorite are high equity because that means they could sell for whatever. And behind on taxes. Now down in Florida, I'm gonna look at senior owners. And then that's going to take me down from, what was that, 10,000, 12,000 properties, 15,000 properties to 675, man. Pretty easy. And then we would take this and we would upload these lists and we would give these to these VAs. We actually have a program where we can show you guys how to build out your virtual assistants, and track them and a bunch of stuff, man. But we're not going to go into that tonight. So I would go over here I'd probably go down to the bottom and see the ones that traded last. This one here, 2 bedroom. I like 3 bedrooms. So I'm going to look for a 5 bedroom, 4 bedroom. That's good. 3 bedroom here, 3 bedroom, 1 bath, 836 square feet. Maybe a little too small. I'd say 1124. I can get a good tenant in there for that. Oh, man, look at this. They're from Omaha too. Oh, bro. Almost got to call this guy. He defaulted December 22. A certificate. Man, I'm just going to call him. Nar. He probably got a bunch of properties over here too. Or 4670 West Northeast Street. Let me see here. I'm just gonna call him. Should I or not? I'm not gonna call him. I'll let Jarius do the calling. So, we'll talk about that a little later. But what I want to run you guys through is this, man. What is the BRRRR method? How does it create so much wealth? Well, one of the big parts is because typically to invest, we have to work and trade our time to come up with capital to buy assets. What if you could take and save up or get one down payment? You could either get a wholesaling, but let's say you saved up one down payment and you use that down payment because you discovered a strategy to find properties off market, to understand how to manage contractors, understood the construction cost, and understood how the banks look at all this. So you got capital, you got deal flow, you know how to manage contractors, you're not doing the work. And my son, a lot of you guys may be following his journey. He's the mindset that he has is really unbelievable. He just turned 18. He's got a 788 credit score already. And it's only showing up on TransUnion. So probably in another week, his credit score will be showing up on all 3 bureaus, and he will be refinancing his first BRRRR, which in 60 days, he created $150,000 net worth using daddy's money, right? So I'm not telling you guys you all got money. I use credit cards to hack these credit cards. I showed you guys how to do that. I just got another one in there, just landed today. I opened up another $15,000. They only gave me till August of 25 though, 0%. What's that, 9 months they gave me effectively? So we're gonna burn through that 15 grand on this another property that's closing. We'll use that for materials to buy because we are doing a renovation loan on that, which my buddy Adam Gunn can help you guys out with if you need that. And so we'll jump to some of them questions in a minute. But one of the things that I found that we have is a kind of some videos I put together to help you guys understand what the BRRRR method is. So we're going to jump in. Let's jump into the intro real quick, Donald, and then we'll get through the buy. I want you guys to understand what you're trying to buy and what you're trying to do. So Donald, you want to go ahead and pull that up, brother?
Yep. Let me grab it.
And as we're going through here, if you guys have any questions, just drop them in the chat and we'll get to those questions. And like I said, stay tuned because we got one of my buddies joining us a little bit after 8 o'clock. And he's going to give you guys a special offer for Black Friday. Black Friday's over, but I asked him, could he extend this offer to you guys? And he said he would. And he said he would even jump on a call.
Millionaires, I'm glad you made it here. Welcome, future millionaires. I'm glad you made it here. I'm going to share my over 20 years worth of experience, failures, and teach you what I've learned and how I've used the BRRRR method to become very wealthy in my life. And some of the common misconceptions that I was taught as a kid, just like a lot of you guys, save your money, get a job, go to college, man, all those things are wrong and they keep you working for somebody else. The person you're working for is going in debt. They're not saving money. They're investing money. and they're not working their owning business. So I'm going to teach you how to be an entrepreneur so that you can have the time, the freedom, the flexibility to travel around and do what you want with your family, so that you can be a philanthropist, whatever it is. And I want you to know that you can start from any point. I grew up in poverty. I was sent to an orphanage. I got sent to prison. I had 4 felonies. I never had a job. Like, none of that matters. It doesn't matter where you came from. What matters is you're going to get this knowledge. I'm going to show you how to apply it. We're going to show you how to find off-market deals. We're going to show you how to comp. What comp means is find what the after repair value is. We're going to show you how to budget out the construction. We're going to show you what you should pay for this property. We're going to show you what kind of tax advantages you get, how to borrow money from the bank, how to present to the bank, how to lease it out to a tenant, how to refinance it, how to get the tenant to pay the debt for you, how to buy in areas that go up in value, and how to get all your cash back and do this process over and over and over again, because that is where the real wealth is made. If I can get you to follow this step, you'll own $5 to $6 million worth of real estate in 5 years. I know that sounds crazy. I've had people do it in less than 2 years. I've helped over 58 people become millionaires since I started teaching a few years ago. And I know that anybody can do it if they apply themselves. So we're going to show you how to find the right areas, because if you could go and find a piece of land that has aluminum in it, you're going to mine aluminum, or you could find a land that has gold in it and you had to put the same amount of work in for the same amount of weight, what you're going to do. So the area that you buy in is going to determine whether you end up on a kayak or a yacht. You ready to get started? Let's go.
All right. Hey, so look, everybody, if I could, Donald, go ahead and close that out real quick. So if I could show you guys all that, anybody want these videos I put together, they're absolutely free. Just comment videos below and I'll send you a link to this. We're going to watch a couple more videos that will explain this, but this thing's over, you know, it's a lot of different videos put together. And I'm going to get this to you guys for free, man. I put this together and just so you guys understand a little bit deeper what the BRRRR method is. Again, just comment videos below and I'll have somebody over here on our team send it out to you. Donald, go ahead and let's play the next video, brother. And we're going to play a couple of these and we're going to wait on Matt to come in and then we're going to jump in and show you how to work this, system to find these off-market deals. You guys, we got people that I've seen people make over $50,000. It's not typical, but it's absolutely doable in under 30 days. People with no money do this. You can do it, man. You got to first believe in yourself, and you got to understand that everything that you have, like self-doubt, when you have self-doubt, that's normal. I think we're taught that from the time we're kids. And so I want to uninstall all that fear that you've been taught through your whole life, man. And I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel like God just built me to be a warrior because, man, I had some battle scars, man. And so what's up, T. Marie? How you doing? Christos? How you guys doing today? Phil Abney, what's going on? Russ, thank you guys for having your camera on. The rest of you guys, man, I probably wouldn't have my camera on either if I looked like that. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. So, all right. Hey, Donald, you want to go ahead and play that next video? There you go.
Millionaires. The reason that I greet you as a future millionaire is because I know that you can do it. A lot of us have had people around us that drag us down. You may feel different. You may feel like, Nate, look, man, I never felt like this corporate job was good for me or going to college, but this is what I was told to do by society, by your parents, by whoever. Look, most of the time, unless you're around people that are really have exploded and become wealthy, you're getting opinions of people from their experience in life. So what I need you to understand is that you can do this. You can do anything. You can go out and become a multimillionaire. You have to get around a different network of people. And so I need you to just promise something to yourself, that you're going to start identifying the people around you that pull you down. It could be your spouse. It could be your mom. It could be your dad. It could be your brother. It's not that these people don't care about you. Is that they may have an insecurity or fear that they're dealing with that then they're projecting and projecting on you. So I need you to pick your why. I need you to understand why you are here with me right now. It's because you want to change. It's because there's something in your life that you feel is like just pulling you, and you maybe can't even identify what it is. And I need to let you know that you can do this. The unlimited money glitch, the BRRRR, buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat. I call it the unlimited money glitch because once you perfect it, you can own tens or hundreds of millions of dollars worth of real estate with one set of down payments. And even if you don't have any money to start, you learn how to do the wholesale part, like we're going to talk about in this next video. You find off market deals, you network with the right people, you get around the right people. I need you to think about this. What is it that you want out of your life? And I'm going to ask you to do something that may be uncomfortable. I want you to write your obituary. I want you to go and write your obituary. And what I believe you're going to find is what you wanted your life to be. Write in your obituary. This is going to tell you what you were looking to do out of your life. Well, once you find that, let me help you get there. Let me help you fulfill the life that you would have always wanted to have. See, my life first started off with survival. And then it started off with wanting a family. And then it started off with wanting to be, have a 3-month reserve, 6-month reserve. Then I went to a 5-year reserve, then 10-year. Then I was like, I don't ever want to have to worry about money again. And then once you do that, it's like, okay, I don't want my kids to have to worry about money. And then once you do that, then it's like, okay, what's your real purpose? Like, okay, yeah, society tells you go buy a private jet and a yacht, and that's going to create happiness. But I was like, that's not really going to, I had a lot of money in my 20s, so I did a lot of that stuff, and it just didn't create or fulfill me. So I had a goal to go buy, become a billionaire. But then I was like, I don't really need money. I don't really want any more. And I want to have a purpose in life that's bigger than me. And that's where I came back to really wanting to reach out to social media and show people what I found in real estate and how it built massive wealth for me and how I know it can do the same for you. Go, if you're comfortable with that, go put that together. I want you to, it's not that I want you to think about death. I want you to think about life. I want you to use this as a resource to say, man, this is what I want to complete in my life. This is what I want to do. So my mission has now turned from worrying about my kids to now worried about helping people that suffer with the same type of scarcity mindset that I grew up with. Scarcity mindset of, oh, you got to pay cash for something, you don't deserve it. Like, no, man, that's foolish, man. That's foolish. And I'm going to show you why. So whatever challenges you're having, a lot of it's right here. It's mental. So let's just promise each other that you are going to overcome that with me. All right. You ready to get knowledgeable, get educated? Let's go to the next video.
All right. Any questions, guys, drop below. We use the same guy that edited our videos that did Milli Vanilli back in the day, man. So sorry about the voice not matching up, man. But it'll match up in the videos that we send you. Go ahead, Donald. Go to this next one here, brother. What's the next one?
You guys could hear everything okay, right, Nate?
Yeah, can hear great. Is this the next one or was that same one?
This is the next one. You just really like this hoodie.
All right, cool.
Welcome, future millionaires. In this video, I am going to show you how to identify an area. I'm going to show you why we're looking at these areas and what is likely to happen. Remember, these areas here that we're going to be focusing on will build the wealth. Most people teach that cash flow is king. Cash flow is absolutely really not king, because here's what happens. If you buy in the wrong areas, then you have a stagnant rent. So you may have good cash flow. let's say you had good cash flow when your interest rate was 4%, but 5 years later, you got to refinance. Now your interest rate's 7%, and your rent didn't go up, and the value of your property didn't go up, and now you need a new roof, you need new cabinets, whatever. Cash flow is not king, man, because let's say you were making $500 a month on this cheap property you bought for 60 months. That's 30 grand. Now, let's say 5 years later, you got 20,000 in capital repairs. 20,000 of your 30,000 is gone. On the other hand, let's say that you would have bought in an area where your rent was like you didn't make maybe 500 in cash flow. And most of the time when people say they're making 500 in cash flow off of a cheap property, they're not. And I'm going to break that down in the spreadsheet. They're not including their real expenses. So how do you know how much to pay for a property? How do you know where to buy? We're going to cover all that. But in this video right here, I'm going to show you what area I would buy in. I'm just going to use Cincinnati. It's where I live at. And I'm going to show you, you could do this anywhere in the country. I do teachings on this all the time. Show my students exactly where. Okay, so look, here's the problem, man. I went to Cincinnati and there's a lot of properties here. It's overwhelming. Okay. Now I want to look at sold. Price, not too concerned with that. Beds and bath, not really concerned. Okay, here, let's get rid of some of these. I'm not looking for manufacturer. I'm not looking for apartments. I'm not looking for lots. I'm looking to do the unlimited money glitch and show you guys how I started off buying these single family homes and was able to scale up to now owning several $100 million in real estate. Yes, you heard that right. Growing up poor, none of that mattered. The expertise, the things that I'm going to teach you are not to be an employee. They're going to teach you to be an entrepreneur and create wealth, not just for you, but for future generations. So we want to apply. We're only looking for houses that eliminated some of them. But here's what you really need to find. You need to find the areas where new builds are happening in the city. Why? Because new builds cost a lot more than existing inventory most of the time. And if people are willing to come into this neighborhood and buy for 4, 5, 6, 700,000, what that means is that you have a movement, some type of movement, migration. And I don't know if we're going to go that deep, but we go back and we track where that movement or migration goes to. And what it always ends up being is basic jobs, and they have multipliers. There's some deeper stuff. Right now, I'm just going to focus on looking at properties that have been built since, I'm going to say 2018. Let's see how much of this list gets dwindled down just by applying that. Oh, yes, this is great. Okay. I'm not looking at $1 million homes. I'm looking for things that are close to the city. Okay, so here's a big pocket of them close to the city. Why close to the city? Because right now, that is where the millennials are flocking to. You have the Gen Z. There's 80 million millennials, 80 million Gen Z. What caused the last housing collapse was more inventory being built than people to move into them. Right now, what we have is 80 million millennials that just hit the market, and they're getting older now. They're actually in their 40s now. There's 80 million of them. And the older ones are in their 40s, the younger ones are in their 30s. But now you have Gen Z. There's another 80 million people coming in that need housing, and we haven't built any. And it's so expensive to build. So what we are hacking into is the unlimited money glitch. And it's not going to go away like in 2008 when we overbuilt the market. The market is way underbuilt by between 5 and 20 million houses. The cost to build new is $400,000 or $500,000 just for a starter home. That is why we have a good 10-year runway of building wealth. Even with these higher interest rates, you're going to see a shortage of inventory. The people that have current houses at 2, 3, and 4%, they're not going to sell. They're not going to sell their houses. And so now you are forced to build. And the cost to build is a lot more than existing inventory, as you're going to see right here. And so as we identify this area here, this one here, I like this one here. There's more. Let's go to this area and see what's going on here. Okay, Evanston. Okay, number one. There's a highway right here. What else do we have going on out here? Let's see here. There's a highway. What the heck is this? A graveyard here? Is this a graveyard? Musketeer Drive. Let's see here. Oh, that's a college. Okay, so you got a college out here. That makes sense that they would want to build around a college. Okay, so let's see what zip code this is in. I'm going to go over here. Building new 557. Oh, wow. Look at this, man. So what we're looking for in this neighborhood, I think we found a good neighborhood here. You got a park here, and it's getting squeezed. You got the hospital right here. You have a university here. And this is close to downtown. This is an area that we want to look at focusing on. So now what we want to do, we know there's stuff selling for 550, 350, 375. We want to go in here, and if I'm right about this, it's going to be mixed in with old properties, and we're going to see that you probably can buy some cheap stuff, or there's been some cheap stuff selling. Yep, perfect. Look at this, 90 grand. This is the stuff you're looking to BRRRR right here. These are the neighborhoods you're looking for right here. Look at this, 42,000 here. Oh man, this is gold here. So that is how you find deals. Look at this, 85 grand. And right next door to that, you got stuff selling for 3.25. These are BRRRR neighborhoods right here. Okay. This is how I really built my wealth, was understanding how this stuff worked. Look, you're at 5.25 over here. Something sold for 43,000 a block away. And then look, oh, look at this. So they bought it for 43 grand and renovated it. Oh, it's okay. It's on the market right now for 439. See all that different spread, man. And what I don't want you doing is buying these properties and flipping them. It's pending right now, 439. That's just a job. And I made a whole video about that. It's called $1 Million Mistake. But flipping properties is good if you're trying to get some money under your belt. But the real wealth is in buying and holding. And as we go through this mini course and break down, I will show you how. Now that we've identified an area, I like this 45207. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to take this 45207. We're going to show you how to source and find your own deals. It's very important. Whether you are somebody that's struggling to find your own deals, whether you say, oh, I can't find deals, we're going to show you how to price, how much to offer based off of the work that's going to need done on a property. But let's jump to the next video. I'm going to show you how I use this system. Matt will put a video in here and get you set up. So please take the time, get set up, make sure you cancel before the 7 days if you don't want to stay in it. If you do, great. We'll see you in the next video.
All right. So, sorry guys, I had to come inside, man. It was cold out there. Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
All right. So how many of you guys understand that the key to really building wealth is buying in the right area? Tico, I know you understand. Ray, Phil, T. Marie, Russ, I know you guys understand, right? But put down in the chat, do you guys really understand that? And if not, I mean, we can go a little deeper. What's up, James? How you doing today, brother? All right, so Donald, let's go. Is Matt in here yet? Let's go to what's the next video about? Is this the deal machine one?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna skip that one, and then we have.
Yeah, skip that one, and I want to do where we break down in the deal machine.
Yep, I have that one up.
Yeah, pull that one up real quick, man.
You got it, bro.
And how long is this one? And hey, do you guys want us to speed this up to like a 1.25? Do I talk too slow? I'm just trying to really make sure that you guys take this in and get it. Okay. No, Kane doesn't want us to. All right, cool, man. All right. Yeah, definitely it's gentrified neighborhoods, man. I mean, that's you know, some people say that's a mean word. Look, man, it's, you know, a mean word is dying broke. You know, not leaving nothing to your kids. So that's a mean word to me.
Oh, that's my background. All right, sorry guys. All right, here we go.
Oh, we really like your background, Donald.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love your background. It looks like, you know, one of those screensavers.
Oh, man, my wife decorates
on my Roku with the tree and the fireplace and everything. I'm like, man, I just
and I know I tried to warm my hands up. I forgot it was a TV, man. My hands.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Welcome back, future millionaires. In this video, you guys should have your deal machine all set up. So I'm going to take you to the back end. I'm going to show you how I use it. There's many different ways to use it. There's a lot of features on here, but for me, it's a time-saving tool. But my favorite thing is that now that I've spotted the area, I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to put 45207 and I'm going to go scrape this data here. I want to carve this out. I want to look at it from this standard map to see if it can give me so we have this area here. This is the area that we're going to look at. And if memory serves me correct, this is the highway here. And the college is somewhere. Okay, right here is Xavier University. Listerman Brewery, that's always good. So we want to look at the area like right here is where those houses were, right around Jonathan. So know your area. And then the reason I love Deal Machine is because we're able to come in here and scrape this data and just find people that are like, hey, dude, I don't want this property. Now that I know my area here, I like to just look at it. You can look at it different. Okay, so here's what's going on. Look at this, Centos Center. That's where Xavier plays the games. Xavier University, you got a brewer. So all this is university here. That's huge. Then we got the highway, which is going to squeeze all this. Then over here, you have Mark Stadium, Walnut Hills High School. Let's see what the heck. Let's see what this is. Walnut Hills High School. And let's go to news. Top Ohio high schools include 4. Oh, hold on, man. Let's see what's going on here. Walnut Hills, Marymount, Indian Hill, and Wyoming ranked as top Ohio. Oh, wow, man. So this is a top Ohio high school here. So you got good schools in the area. Look, Bexley, Walnut Hills, Marymount, Indian Hill, Wyoming. Number 2 in the state. Whoa. Okay. Now this is making sense. This is making sense to me why this area is a good area to buy in. So you're right here. So we literally want to buy anything from here down to here, this whole area right along the highway. You guys see what I'm seeing? Why you're identifying these areas? People are going to want to move there, man. You're right by the number 2 high school in the country. And the area is getting gentrified. We've already found new builds going on, and we found dilapidated properties. Now, what if we...
You say something, Nate?
No, I said country, but that was the state.
Oh.
So
could go in here and find expired listings, vacant homes is good, cash buyers, free and clear, high equity, low equity, tax delinquent. That's my thing right there. Oh, look at this, man. All these in white are tax delinquent. Expired listing. Look at this here. Whoa, this is good here. Unless this has been bought already. Let's see. When was the last time this sold? Built in 1904. Tax delinquent, yes. Tax year, more info. Okay, so 25 Montgomery Development, LLC. So this one here looks like it's corporate owned, tax delinquent, cash buyer, 37 days on market. Oh, it's listed. So this company may be in a little bit of trouble. So now what I want to do is I added the lead and I'm going to skip trace this company. Boom, I got their phone numbers here. Okay. Do not call, wireless, T-Mobile. I don't know what the heck that means. What's that? Okay, so that is something that this phone number is registered on the federal do not call list. Okay, so I don't want to call him. That's just one way that you can find a property, okay? So this is the guy here called Agent Tyson. Let's call this guy up, man. See what's going on here. Hey, doing good. My name's Nate. I'm just calling about a property you got on 1501 Blair for sale.
So currently I'm not under contract for that property. 1501 Blair was a property that's right next to Walnut Hills. That's right. That is with my developer, but I do not know who is the listing agent at this time. Do you see that it's active on the MLS?
No, I do not see that. I'm not sure. I'm not an agent. I'm a developer and investor myself, but I see that it says listing by Tyson, 37 days on the market. So I thought you were maybe a listing agent, but I also see that it's an expired listing.
So what happened was,
hey Donald.
so what's going on
Yeah.
is like
Hey, go ahead and pause this real quick. Go ahead and close out of that real quick, man. I wanted to just ask a few questions, man.
And
So,
Matt Camp should be here too, by the way.
okay, Matt's in here. This is my buddy I was telling you was going to be here. What's up, Matt? How you doing today, brother? So look, once you discover this method, you discover all these tools, right? It's unbelievable to me that it's not unbelievable. It's not unbelievable that people still struggle. But what's unbelievable is that people do not understand the amount of wealth that they can build in a short amount of time by using this method. And I look, man, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. It's not something that I want to tell you like, oh, this is gonna be easy. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And easy is relative to, I think our schools have taught us to look for things that are easy, but working for a job for 40 years is definitely not easy. I would much rather do this for 5 years and grind it out and have enough money to retire or do whatever I want to do, as opposed to working for somebody for 40 years and chasing their dream. And so, anybody in here, is this stuff helpful to you guys and girls? If it is, I want you to just comment. If you want the rest of this video here, this is just the very beginning. We go through the buy. Like we're not going deep. But anybody say yes, we'll send you over the rest of this video. But I want to introduce you guys to Matt Camp. What's up, Matt? Take yourself off mute.
Hey, what's up, Nate? How we doing, man?
And I'm doing awesome, brother. How you doing, man? Great to see you, man.
Doing great. Yeah, thanks for having me jump in here. Just brought the kids back. They do picture like American Ninja Warrior, the TV show, but for 4, 6, and 8-year-olds. So it's awesome. They do this like little ninja class that they just got.
Does your
back
insurance
from,
company know about that? Just raise your premium, bro.
There we go. I love it. So yeah, man, excited to be here.
Yeah. So, man, I was showing them the back end of how we find these deals, because so many of you, I hear, oh, I can't find a deal. Well, where are you looking? Like, where are you looking at? And I heard somebody said, I'm looking for things that have dropped on MLS. Like, man, that's like going to Walmart and buying a TV like it's on sale. I'm not looking. I'm looking to find a truck that overturned on the highway where they like, hey, man, just get these TVs out of here, right? In a sense. So you guys have developed an amazing product, and this product here, you work with us in our private community with our, everybody in our mentorship. And thanks for coming on here, man. You're in there all the time doing challenges, brother. We got to get into this group, into the bigger group, and do a challenge. But go ahead, man. I'll let you take over, brother. What you got for us, man?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was gonna say I love to be able to share all the new stuff. We just launched literally last week, so we've only done a couple trainings for anybody in with this new stuff. So excited to be able to have you guys be some of the first people to learn about all this. Nate, again, like appreciate you, all you guys, like Nate, Donald, Christos. I don't know if Jerich's on here. Like you guys have an awesome crew.
Marie too. Marie in here. Tico.
There we go. Amazing. Yeah.
I mean, man, so we got a bunch of Ray's over there. He's using that all the
See
time.
some familiar faces. There we go.
Russ,
yep, he's in St. Louis with me.
Yeah, we got a bunch of people in here, man. So if I didn't see you guys in here because you don't have your camera on, but
love it, man. So what I can share on my end, guys, again, as Nate was mentioning, I mean, we're really kind of that tool to help you find off-market deals, focused on lead generation, focused on marketing, helping you guys get out there and go direct to seller and find those motivated sellers, find somebody you can really solve a problem for and buy right in the process, right? No matter what your exit strategy is, if you can go in there and find somebody that you can solve a problem for, you can buy right. Again, if it's a wholesale, a flip, a BRRRR, regardless, like when you go out there and identify those people who are looking to sell sooner than later. And so on our end, I know last week we were really, really excited to announce 2 major updates that, Nate, if you don't mind, I can kind of break those down for people, kind of sharing just, hey, here's what's brand new for you guys. Especially this is something too, like anytime that anybody comes out with something that's different, that's a new data source, that's innovative, that's like unique in any way, the people who jump on that early, right? The early adopters that get in there and get their hands dirty and figure it out and really use it, those are the people who are going to get the biggest bump from it initially, right? Like those are the people who can jump in there and use tools and use data that other people don't have access to or other people aren't familiar with, and be that kind of early adopter, get that early adopter advantage. So that's what I want to train you guys up on here is, hey, if you want to get out there and use this yourself, we can, we've got, again, 2 major updates that I'll kind of train you guys up on tonight, just for a few minutes here to really show you here, hey, here's what's new, making sure you're, 1, aware of it, and 2, know how to use it. So, the first half I'll dig into, it's really, how do you guys identify more hidden deals in your market? So how do you get in there and actually use a piece of our list builder, the kind of the future of our list building, to help you kind of take that next step in your lead generation, in your list building, right? So I can show you guys that piece. And Nate, I'm not even sure if you've seen all of that stuff, man. It's again, it's brand new, so excited to show off that. And then the second piece too is how do you guys, how do we eliminate more dead ends for you? How do we help you continue to track down owners, help you guys take it to the next level in terms of identifying property owners that would be very difficult to track down otherwise, and make it just so that you're literally one click away inside the app there. So Nate, does that work, man? Can I break those down for people?
Let's do
There
it,
we
bro.
go.
Hey, I'm interested to see. I know Jarius told me that you got some, I mean, just everything, man, from AI telling
It's
you,
crazy.
even if you've never done a call, AI will tell you what to say. So I don't care how shy you are. You may mess up the first 20, but man, just keep dialing and you'll get it right.
Yep. Yeah, it's really, with that especially, it's a matter of not if you're going to do a deal, it's when you will, right? Just putting in the work to get there is the key. So what I'll show you guys here, let me try to share my screen. So this first portion, like I mentioned, is really focused on the list building piece. So there we go. Can you see that there?
Yep, absolutely, brother.
Awesome. Cool. So our goal with this part, and you'll see this is the desktop version of Deal Machine, right? So this is the web app. There's a mobile app as well. So anything you do on mobile, anything you do on desktop, they all sync up together, all go to the same place. As I'm going through all this as well, I'll drop the link in the chat, unless Christos, I don't know if you guys have it. I know we hook you guys up with like a free trial and a bunch of free bonuses for being kind of part of this the BRRRR Invest broader community in general. But I know my goal with this initial part when we launched this last week is to help you guys continue to build lists that are unique, that are niche, and do it quickly at scale. So, anybody can come in and pull a broad list of just, jumping in and saying, oh yeah, show me all of the, just expired listings in an area. That's a great, general list, but it's something that's going to be more competitive. It's, you have more people have access to that, right? And it's, it's a list that's going to take, it's going to have a lower conversion rate because of that, right? Where the really, really valuable lists come in are the ones that are niche and unique, and the ones that only you have access to, that are unique to you, right? So that's why driving for dollars, for example, that's why that strategy still works today. Is like, you're going out there, you're building a list no one else has, and you're putting in the work to do that. Now, as of last week, the major upgrade we've added here is the AI that's in our dialer, right, Nate? That is now in our list builder as well. And so we're calling it our AI vision builder down here, this Try AI vision builder. How you actually use it, I can teach you guys here. There's really a couple key steps, but what it's using is AI, like our Alma, our AI assistant, right? It is taking all of the property data, the demographic data, the contact data, the stuff you can already filter by inside Deal Machine right here, and then it's adding in visual data. So it's adding in satellite imaging, it's adding in street view images. It can detect anything visual about the property by going in there, and you can actually analyze properties too, like you would with Alma, the AI assistant, is inside the property card. But what it'll do is you can go in there and you can, based on your prompt of what you tell the AI to look for, it will then instantly analyze your entire list according to that prompt. And so you could come in and say, show me distressed properties, show me properties that have, a detached garage, show me properties that are corner lots, show me, you can, anything physical about the property, you can come in and have the AI help you continue to analyze each individual image instantly in this way. And so what it looks like actually inside the app here, because I'm excited to show you guys, I'll go through like our normal list building process, and then I'll finish off, I'll add this layer of the kind of the vision builder to it. So somebody give me a zip code. I want to kind of go through this here with you to kind of show you in real time here. If you throw one in the chat, let's see. There we go. 43215, it looks like. What was the first one that I've got? Awesome. There we go. Yeah, Christos, I love it. There we go. 43215. So again, what you're seeing here is the desktop version of Deal Machine, right? This top bar is the filter bar. So as we're going to be spending a lot of time kind of building out the list, we've got at this point 700 plus different data points you can filter by. So things like seller motivations, property type, price points, bed bath. The more buttons, kind of the catch-all filter. So if you jump in there, you can then search by anything in here. So I'll show you guys some examples here in a second. What I would always recommend doing, whether you're going to use AI Vision Builder or not, is starting off with a zip code. So 43215 in Ohio. Here we go. So Columbus, it looks like. Nice. We do always recommend that. I'd always recommend property type. So that way you can, filter that out just to start off with this kind of initial baseline, so zip code, property type of single family here. And then under quick filter, I'll go off market. So those three things, single family, off market, in a zip code is where I would start. And those three things alone, as I continue to put on these filters, you're going to see this list drop further and further according to my data. I'm trying to find the intersection of all these data points, right? I say, show me the list that fits everything that I'm putting in here. So I would always start there, off market, single family, zip code. And then from here, you can start to layer in data about the property itself. We've got a ton of property characteristics, tax info, land info, liens, all kinds of stuff in here. You could look at seller motivations under these quick filters here, things like tax delinquency or absentee owned or, foreclosures, all kinds of stuff there. So you can always filter by that. We've had that for a little bit here. What's really cool here, Nate, I want to show you guys this bottom button. So the Try AI Vision Builder, you pop this open now, and here is where you can take it to the next level. So like I said, we really see this as the future of our list building, where you have all that other data in there already. I have 470 properties. Great. It's a good place to start. But now I can come in and type anything about the property here. So I could say, again, it's really unlimited based on your imagination here, where we've got a couple preset prompts for you to help you along to show you what a good prompt looks like for it. If I click on distressed properties, it shows you that I'm not just saying, show me rundown houses. I'm saying, hey, identify properties that show signs of distress based on the satellite and street view images. So you're giving it kind of an instruction there, right? Like a clear guidance. You're saying, look for these things. So, neglected landscaping, structural damage, broken roofs, etc. And then properties don't need to fit all these things, but the more the better, essentially. So you're kind of giving it this general prompt with these guidelines. And this is preset in your Deal Machine account too. So you don't have to, you can just click that distress properties button, and we've tested this prompt pretty well. Like, this is a great place to start. Once you have all this in there, again, you could come in here and type, hey, it needs to have a tarp on the roof, or, you could put whatever you'd like in there. But starting with this right here, you have, kind of this step one is filter, right? Filter down to initial list. Step two is put the prompt in. The third step before you actually hit build, I always recommend going into this little required matching score. This is essentially telling you, okay, do I need to fit word for word everything in the prompt? Crank it up then. Do I need to generally fit the prompt? Hey, you can crank it down. So you've got kind of this flexibility right here on following that prompt in the AI right here. And then once you have all that in place, you've filtered, you have the prompt, you have considered your matching score, then you're ready to hit analyze. So build with AI Vision, this button right here. I will tell you, you're paying for the AI tokens on the back end. So it's 2 cents a property. So I wouldn't do it, 20,000 properties unless you're budgeting for that. I would do it in this kind of use case where you've got, 470 and you want to come in and take it to the next level where you're essentially instantly virtually driving for dollars every single house right now. If in that way, you hit confirm build, and now what it's going to do is actually go through. Probably take a minute or two, because we've got that decent sized list. It will go through and analyze again the property data, the contact data, the demographic data, the satellite image, and the street view image all right here, and build this list in front of you, showing you, hey, what houses match that, and find those needles in the haystack out of that entire list. Now we're up to 11 distressed properties, and we're going to keep going here. So
That's awesome, man.
That's next level, bro.
it's pretty wild.
That is crazy, man.
What's
So-
up, Jarius? Jarius is here too. Jarius works a lot
nice.
with Matt. He's
What's
done
up,
over
Jarius?
1,000 wholesale deals himself, so he's like an expert with off market. Anything you want to add, obviously, with or without Deal Machine, just finding deals, Jarius? Your mic is muted, Jarius, but I know it's good.
I think it's a great tool, and I think everybody
There we
would
go.
benefit greatly from something like this. But God, Nate looks like he's in a winter wonderland. I
know,
wanna
right?
know who Nate
That's what
is.
I said.
Oh man,
I just like it's unbelievable. Like
Oh, my wife, man, she yeah, she definitely, man.
holy
She
smokes,
incredible.
got
Uh,
Christmas stuff all in front of me, behind me, everywhere.
it looks
That's
so good.
awesome.
Guys, this is really exciting stuff. Like back when I did wholesaling back in the day, I sound like an old man. Like we never had stuff like this. Like this stuff, I'm not T Marie. Can somebody turn that camera off? Listen. But man, this stuff is amazing. Just like having tools like this to help like keep like even this built-in CRM, the driving for dollars, the data mining, the skip tracing. Like you guys don't understand like who here like I mean, there's just no excuses, guys. There's literally no excuse to be able to scale your business. If you guys are working full time or you want to break into real estate, if you can give yourself 60 minutes a day to be committed to be in this app and take this data and use this dialer and skip trace this info, like you can literally change your life. And it's the people that tell me like they're sick, you know, they're tired, they work all day and like they have nothing left to do, blah blah, or they have like no time. But then it's like, you know, you spend 8-10 hours a day building somebody else's dream, but you're telling me you're too tired to come home for an hour every day for the next 3-6 months to build something for you and your family. Like nothing great is ever achieved unless you go through a season of suck. And like a tool like this can make that so much easier. So you guys need to take this stuff like really, really seriously. Like when we come in this group, like search Nate's name, search my name. There's so much knowledge and so much information here for all of you guys to take action. And when you add that with a tool like this, it's game over. Like you guys don't understand how amazing this tool is, and how great Deal Machine and Matt are. Like they're awesome.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I love being a support for you guys too. So you'll see me in the BIA community, like running challenges, being a support person for you guys for the whole community is very, very often as well. So we try to pour a ton into you guys too. But yeah, it's exciting to show this stuff off. Again, I'd love for you all to be on that early adopter, right? Getting in there and using it before other people. And like I mentioned, I just threw the link in the chat here. It's the Black Friday special. I know for the year, again, it's the annual plan, but for the year, it's like $72 a month or $74 a month for Pro. So it's like it's 50% off. So it's that this is good now until tomorrow night at midnight is when we've been running the sale. It's like a Cyber Monday, Black Friday sale. I saw one other good question in the chat right there asking around the images. That is one great pro tip I do want to share here is I'd always recommend coming in and adding in one data point. Because I mentioned, oh yeah, you can layer in 700 plus different data points. One really useful one for the AI one especially is I would do last sale date. So I would go in here and say, hey, show me properties that haven't sold in at least 5 years. So more than 5 years ago. And that way, every image that you're looking at, that you're analyzing, it hasn't sold in at least 5 years. The photos are highly likely like a year, 2, maybe 3 years old in most major markets. That's how old those photos are typically. But if you look at just the properties that haven't sold in the last 5 years, then hey, that means when that photo was taken, it's still the same owner today. So it's highly likely in similar condition. So I'd recommend that data point. I think that's going to help you just make sure that you use the AI as budget conscious as possible.
Man, that's awesome, bro. I can't wait to jump in and have my son. You guys know my son is using it, and Jarius is helping him build out lists to
love it.
chase his dream down of becoming a millionaire in 9 months. And he's moving along good, man. We'll give you guys an update You know, Caden's been going live every day too on his social media,
So
sharing
cool.
it with you guys, man. So, man, that is amazing, brother. Is this what you were talking about, Jerry? Is this right here?
Yeah, it's insane. Like it's so much fun. Guys, how about this Thursday at noon Eastern? If you guys want me to hop in this group and if you guys want to watch me cold call zip codes for you and use this technology, comment comment something.
Comment Silver Fox.
Comment something. Comment that you want to watch me
Silver
win a deal.
Fox,
Like what?
please.
Who wants to like actually put this stuff to work? Let's do this Thursday at noon. I'm gonna dedicate. I'm gonna throw down. We're gonna call people. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna find deals. And you guys, here's my rule. Nate's a lot nicer than me. And like you guys got to turn your cameras on. I look at these people all day long. I want to see Tiffany, Archie, Tony, like Alan. Guys, turn these cameras on. Let's connect. Let's do this. So that's my number one rule whenever I call. Like, I'll call any of your zip codes and set appointments, but you gotta have your camera on.
Love the Silver Fox.
They disabled. Yeah, well, Tico, there's a reason yours got disabled.
One last thing I do want to point out too. I just remember this too. This one's pretty wild. This probably out of everything I've been using with this is probably the one I've used the most for myself. Cracking up at this. The reverse engineering option right here too. I do want to point this out real quick. We've been doing it. So for example, about 6 months ago, I did a deal in Kirkwood, an area of St. Louis that's got just like not a lot of older houses, but then a lot of new builds going on, and found a house that was like fallen over, essentially needed to be demoed. We actually ended up wholesaling it to a new developer who went in there and built a new house on it. And I had that deal, did that back in like May or something like, or May.
Hey, what would you make off of that, brother?
That was about 20K. So
20,000. How many hours did you take put in to make that?
I spend a handful of hours a week, I'd say. So it's pretty passive. In general. Like we're probably, probably 5 to 10 hours a week on doing deals like that. And we're at a clip of, 1 to 2 a quarter, something like that in St. Louis. So,
Awesome.
Dude,
yeah,
and
man.
that's all that you need to change your life or supplement your income. Like anybody, like would anybody on this call be upset if they made an extra 10 or 20,000 every 3 months? Like, I don't think I would be like, would that be kind of like life changing a little bit? Like that'd be kind of cool.
You know what I love about this is like the sky's the limit, especially if you're starting out. Like bad roofs, solar ready, I see as other things that we talked about. And one thing when Matt was telling me about this is for some of you just starting out, you're like, oh man, I haven't done my first deal yet. I haven't done this. Well, cool. If you need to make some money, what if you were a referral source to some roofing companies that you want to establish a relationship with and give them a list of homes that have bad roofs? And every time they close one, they will give you a finder's fee for that. That helps build your capital to be able to start buying properties. There's so many opportunities here to kind of use this tool. When Matt was telling us about this, it's really cool. And so tell them how for the annual plans, which surprised me when you said it, you can share that now with how many people and how does that work? How many accounts do you get?
Our pro account, you get 3 logins. So you can be able to have 3 people in there. Like I mentioned, 50% off. So you can go in there and you get, the crazy thing is, you get 50,000 leads in there, which that would be, the skip tracing alone, a year ago, that would cost you what, 5-6 grand to pay for phone numbers and emails for those 50,000 leads. That's included free in your account now. That's like we launched that this time last year. That was free. What you can do with this here is, for example, that Kirkwood deal I did, like 6 months ago, you can actually go in here as well. And now I said, okay, great. In Kirkwood, I want to find more properties that look like that deal we just did. The other option you can have in here is you have an attach example property button where you can click in, select, I put in the address of that property that we did the deal on. And what it'll do is it'll actually come in here and say, okay, great. The AI is going to look at everything about that deal, the visuals of that property, all the data around that property, the motivating factors of what the person was going through, all that. It's going to reverse engineer that deal and create a lookalike list for you saying, you know what, here is every other house that looks like this one in Kirkwood. And so we did that like 2 weeks ago. We've already got an appointment next week from it. So like that reverse engineer option is pretty mind blowing too.
That's amazing, man. And you guys, when we and Jarius used to do this, we used to have to drive around, look on the auditor, try to figure out who owned it. There was no way to get names, knock on a neighbor's door if it was vacant, ask them if they knew the Ted who owned it, because we knew his name because we looked him up on the auditor. So we're trying to get a hold of him. We want to buy this property, we want to fix it up. I mean, man, we had to put so much energy. Like, this is so easy. This is like, you used to have to march over the mountain on feet. And this is like, now we got an 18-wheeler. We're just going to drive through the tunnel.
You did it the hard way, man. So,
oh, man, but that's why we look now. We're like, man, come on. When people say they can't find deals, they can't go make $1 million or 100,000, whatever. It's like, man, it's not something that's just going to happen overnight, but you'll get better and better and better at it. And when you do, you'll make more and more money.
Yep. And like you said, you just put in the reps and you're going to keep get more and more efficient. Every call you make that's a no. Like I try to set that goal for myself is like, hey, I'm going to get 50 no's today, or, however many no's today. And that way I'm not aiming for the no, but like when I get that, I'm getting one step closer to a yes, and I'm getting to my goal for that day. And I know, hey, again, it's not a matter of if I'll do the deal, it's when I will. So, the cool thing with the calling, the other thing we added outside of the AI vision builder last week was our corporate skip tracing. Nate, I don't know if you've seen this either yet, but this is something that we launched last Monday night. And this was the biggest hole that we found in the industry of like why if skip tracing data is ever poor or missing altogether, it's the corporate owned properties that are the ones that are the culprit of that, like that are just historically really bad data. And hard to be able to work with, and hard to be able to access. You could do it just manually, it would take forever. And so what we've added here again, is the other part of the launch is we have added corporate, we're calling it LLC owner match data. So now you jump into your corporate owned properties here. Let me see if I can find any good examples. Here you go. You've got, again, all about the property on the right side. Here's that demographic data we've always had, right, about the owner and what their portfolio.
Oh, wow. He has he has 8 of them.
Yep, so 8 properties.
You might hit a link here where you plug in the 8 properties. We had one of our academy members find, what was it, 56 properties?
Mm-hmm.
Jarius, did he get that taken down?
So no, actually we talked about it today on the coaching call. No, he didn't end up closing on it. Just ended up being like a couple title things or something happened. But what was really cool about that is like all wasn't lost. The guy that handled the insurance agent for that portfolio is now becoming like a really good lead source for them. So I think they've actually picked up 2 deals because of that failed deal, but it was a great learning experience, and they networked themselves into more deals, which is awesome. Really cool.
Yeah. But this guy right here that owns the 8 properties, the only reason we know that he owns this property is we now have this LLC data in here. So you see this LLC card, Max Holdings LLC. You click into this, you can see here's the agent organizer. It's the Paul individual. And under this particular LLC, he's got 5 properties right here. And here are those numbers and emails to call right there for you. So this has actually taken our skip tracing data, our contact match rate, from about like 74-75% nationwide before this to literally 95% nationwide for single family homes. It is like a massive jump. So you've got essentially for the vast majority of properties in your lead list now, I mean 95% you're going to have the way to get in touch with them.
Now, what is your guys' stance on the do not call?
I know it's a hot button topic. I mean, like David Lecko, for example, always talks about, hey, you're not selling anything, so go ahead and call him. I usually try to just remain neutral and say, hey, make your own choice. We give you the information, but it's kind of your choice from there. So I don't know. I know I've heard Jarius's input on it, but
I mean, it's the same thing as what David says. Like, I'm not calling to extend their car warranty. I'm not calling to harass them. Guys, just be polite and just be honest. Like, if somebody
you're not calling to sell them something, that's what the do not call is really for, is selling people stuff. You're not calling to sell them or solicit them. You're calling to ask them if they want to sell their property.
Yeah, right. And they wouldn't be on my list. Like, if there wasn't some kind of opportunity or like a burden, if you will. So cool, Matt. This is awesome.
There we go.
So much fun.
Yeah. So it's been fun to use, man. And yeah, I'm here to help, guys. So I'll keep putting that link in the chat there for you if you want to jump on it. I know,
So,
again,
but Matt, you said you're gonna give us and I know you put the link in there, man.
Yep.
The Black Friday special, you extended it for us, and I appreciate you coming on here and doing this, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, dude. And anybody who goes through your guys' link as well, I'll jump in and we'll throw in some extra marketing credits. We just want to get you rolling, right? We want to make sure that you guys are excited to use the AI stuff, that you're excited to make calls, that you're excited to send mail. Like we want to treat you right there. We've got our office hours too. I know Ryan. I want to make sure everyone is always aware of those because Ryan's on those 4 days
Now
a
they
week.
don't know what the office hours are. Explain that to them. And
yeah,
so you guys get in this just by purchasing this as well.
Yeah, I just dropped a link in the chat right there for you too. Like that is something that you guys can jump on. Ryan runs these where he, essentially you've got access to the main guy, the head of our customer success 4 days a week, and you can jump in there. If you have a question, he will address it right there. Even if you don't have a question, I guarantee you'll learn something, some kind of like best practice of how someone's using the tool. Because I always share like how our most successful people are using it, right? But in the end, like people are using it in all kinds of creative ways. I mean, we're coming up on almost 15,000 deals done using Deal Machine to this point. So there's a lot of ways you can use it. So I just recommend like jumping in there, and you're gonna meet great people. It's a great networking opportunity. So yeah, make sure you guys bookmark that link.
Do we have time for two quick questions?
I have time. Yeah.
One of those is for some of us, we have not seen like the way the AI integrates with Nate mentioned it earlier, and Juris, I think, has used it quite a bit to where, there's people on here that have never made a cold call or they're just getting into cold calling. Talk a little bit about the previous feature for some of us that have not had a chance to play with that. What does that look like? How does it work? And what would somebody that is going to pick up the phone and say, oh my gosh, I'm about to get somebody that maybe wants to sell their house, but I don't know what to say. What do you guys have?
Yeah, we should do a full kind of cold call session sometime here soon too.
That's this Thursday. This Thursday at noon, I'm gonna do it, guys. So.
Nice. Yeah, it's it basically when we launched this a couple months ago, but the dialer inside Deal Machine, it was our top request once we launched the free skip tracing. Right, we gave people all these phone numbers, and they said, "Awesome, we love this, but can you make it easier for us to call them, right? To us to actually get in touch with that person." And you used to have to buy a dialer and then learn how to use it, and then import all the data into it, and then buy a number with it, and make sure that didn't go to spam, and like do all this stuff before you actually talk to people, which is the thing that actually matters, right? Is talking to the seller. And so inside Deal Machine now, anytime you add a lead, you are one click away. The phone just starts ringing. Like you click call, and you're starting to talk to people. And it is set up ready to go. It mirrors that area code for that number, so it increases your contact rate there because more likely to pick up. We're giving you a spam-free number. We test the number before we hand it off to you, for that call as well. And then because of the quality of the skip trace data, all of that has made our contact rates. I know we've made our customers almost 2 million phone calls so far. And we're about like 24% contact rate, a little less than that customer wide, which is like double what is considered good in the industry. So like we're really happy with the quality of the connect rate, and then the cool thing that Chris was talking about is the AI piece of it. There is AI integrated kind of throughout it. So it takes notes for you. It transcribes the call in front of you as you're talking, like in real time. It will give you a call summary at the end. It'll give you a recommended next step at the end. And then the coolest part is in real time, there's a what do I say next button, the AI button right there. And that is something where you click on that, it will use the context of where you're at in the call and what you're trying to achieve and all of the data, of the property owner and everything like that, to then come back and say, hey, ask them about this. Ask them about why they're looking to sell or when they're looking to sell or, whatever will prompt you with how to continue on that conversation. So that's something we've gotten really, really good feedback from of people who either were intimidated to cold call or not looking forward to it or just plain hate cold calling. And we've heard people literally say that they're having fun doing it now, which is like maybe the biggest compliment we can have is like people are actually enjoying this now. Like they're going to do it more. They're going to, actually stay up with this. Right. So it's
like playing a game where you can make a lot of real money.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, we're making it way more enjoyable than just, picking up your phone like that and, using a different option. So
what happens if they don't pick up, do you leave them a voicemail or can you automate that as well?
Yeah. So that one other awesome thing with that, you can leave a voicemail if you want. There is a drop AI voicemail button that will pop up in addition to the voicemail. And so if you want to save, 30 seconds, 45 seconds per voicemail, right? Per call, you just click that button. And what you can do is you can train the AI to sound like you and leave a message that has the right name, the right callback number, the right seller address, all of that. Just one click of a button, it automates it all, and then you just move on to the next call.
And then, but what if they do call you back?
Yeah, I mean, so we take inbound calls too. So if it calls you back, there's a call back number, so it'll forward to that number. You can make it your cell, or it'll ring in the in
They'll
the
never get your
desktop app.
number, right?
Right. Yeah. It's all deal machine number that you're calling with. We're assigning you that number for that individual lead. So
Man, this is man, the technology that you guys can access, man. This is like hiring 10 humans right here.
pretty
Just
crazy,
like
man.
hiring 10 people to do this work, and you can just do it, man. This
Automate
is
it. Yeah. Yeah. So that's been, like I said, been getting great feedback, and it's been exciting to kind of we just keep listening to you guys and what you want next, and try to build that, and keep you guys ahead of the curve over everybody else. So
Now you always are, man. Man, thanks again for jumping on here, brother. Hey, listen, anybody who wants that Black Friday special, how long is that good for?
till tomorrow night at midnight. So you're good until then. We have a free trial outside of that, but in terms of the best deal you're gonna get, that link is gonna be, if you're gonna do this for more than a handful of months, especially more than 6 months, absolutely, like you're getting half off right there. So it's
commitment, because what I found is that where people put their money, that's where they put their time and their commitment to. Jirius has something that he's helping people out with too. And I had my son go sign up, and Jirius said, "Man, I would have gave that to him for free." I said, "Nah, man," and he wouldn't have valued it. And I didn't have him do the monthly. I had him do the whole year. I was like, "Nah, Caden, like, dude, you're going to make $1 million, millions of dollars. You're going to find these deals. You have to put the effort in because you're paying for it."
Yeah, it's skin in the game, and then our goal is, hey, you do one deal and it pays for itself 20 times over. That's the goal here, right? So
that's it. But it's the skill set, and for me, man, it's more the ability to know, like, my first $1,000 I made legit felt better than my first $1 million I made selling drugs, because I felt like, man, I can do this. I can do this, and I don't need a job to depend on somebody to pay me by the hour.
Yep.
So it's that empowerment that you get by knowing that you did this, and it wasn't by you going to work for somebody else. So thanks again for jumping in, man. We appreciate you, brother, as always. Love you guys. Love you, brother. Thanks for everything you do for our community, man. You guys are the best. Tell David I said hi too.
Of course, appreciate all you guys. Thanks, Dave, and everybody here again. Like you're surrounded by great people. Like, continue to meet each other, network. Like you've got this group of support to fall back on, and that's across the board for our customers when we're figuring out like what's making them successful. It's they led with action and learned through that, but then they had this support to fall back on, and this community to rely on, and continue to help them level up and get better and better. So appreciate you guys having me on, man. It's always a great time. So.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. All right, man. Hey, that's awesome there, man. Guys, jump in there. There's a free trial too, but don't miss out on this special. If you are really ready to commit, just jump in here and like I said, man, it's like a video game almost, where you can make a lot of money, 6 figures, 7 figures a year. Even more, man, if you want. You can scale it. Jirius has done over 1,000 wholesale deals, and Jirius, you've probably done wholesale deals. How much revenue have you generated, do you think, wholesale deals, profit wise?
Oh, I mean, probably like maybe close to $1 million, hundreds of thousands. I mean, I had a pretty big wholesale operation. Like we had like sales reps, we had acquisition people, I had off market people, we had probates. Like, I mean, if I did it all over again, it'd probably be a lot leaner than how big I built it. But we did pretty well. We did pretty well.
Yeah, and so let's jump back in video and show you what we were watching on Deal Machine, and we'll fast forward that. And again, we'll give you guys opportunity. Donald just texted me and told me also, if you guys are interested in hearing more about how we can help you do the BRRRR method and take it step by step, we can get you on a call with somebody on our team. We got 9 calls available for this week. So we only got 9 calls available. So if you guys want to get on a call, just comment, call below, and we'll have somebody reach out to you and tell you guys, not just, this is just the very beginning. Like, this is base level here. We got a paid mentorship that we take you all the way through, accountability coaches, and you're in for life. And we produced a lot of millionaires. We've helped people, a lot of people become millionaires. So let's jump back into that video, Donald. And then at the end of this, we'll give you the opportunity again, if you want the rest of this video, we'll send this video to you for free as well.
Cool. Nate, I'm hopping off, guys. It was a pleasure to be on here. I'll see everybody on Thursday. Thanks for having me on,
Thursday,
guys.
12 o'clock. Thank you, Jarius. Appreciate you, brother.
Crush it, man. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.
Yep, later.
All right, you want me to continue from where the conversation you got from the off-market deal you called?
Yeah, just fast forward a little bit past him. I want to go through the rest of that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So we'll go through here and see if we can find somebody else. And this is just part of the training where we show you guys how to do this stuff.
Year, absentee owner, Lucille. Let's see here. Free and clear, high equity, off market, absentee owner. Okay, adding lead.
That same zip code here that we ran before too.
Here. Property owner, total, he owns 2 properties. So let's call him. So this is how you find deals. Okay, so I can call him. I can find out if he wants to sell this property. I also can go in here and start mail. And this is a great thing about this system. See this here? Is this your property? I can load this up. Mail will not be sent out until you resume sending queue. So I can put them on a campaign that will send this out every, let's just say repeat every 21 days. I can change the picture. There's a lot of different options. And so these are things that you can do to set up and automate. Again, you will get free marketing credits. You'll be able to send so much of this stuff out for free just for using our code. We worked out a special deal so that our students and you guys as well can benefit from that. So that is how I like to find properties. People waving a flag saying, hey, look, man, I'm delinquent on my taxes. Those are the people I'm after. That's one way. I'm also going to focus in the next video and show you something that we call driving for dollars. And a lot of you guys know driving for dollars. You're driving around, you find a property. But what if you could do that from here, your desktop? You can be a lot more efficient, not burn any fuel, and do this. Why maybe?
Yeah, so you can close this out. We're not going to watch this next video, but anybody who wants this whole all these videos, there's a bunch of them that we put together to show you guys about the BRRRR method. Just comment videos below. If you did it earlier, we already got you. But if not, go ahead. Let us send you these videos over. And they just said we had 5 more spots available for calls this week. If anybody wants to jump on a call and hear about how we can help you understand more about the BRRRR method and see if this is a good fit for you guys, just comment call below. See a lot of you guys commenting videos, seen one more person type in call. We got 4 calls left, 3 calls left, 3 more people. You want to get on a call this week and hear more about that. I want to go in and answer some questions now, man. I mean, let's do 10 more minutes and I'm going to answer some calls. Okay. I mean, answer some questions.
Yeah. So just drop some questions in the chat. Any BRRRR related real estate questions you have for Nate, just drop in the chat.
And guys, just a little bit of background about me. You know, I wasn't supposed to make it, just like many of you guys and girls weren't supposed to make it. And probably most of us, we come from families, just hardworking people, but we rarely see them get ahead in life. And so I'm just proof, man, and it can happen. I've done about $500 million in real estate. And my passion is really, it works with multifamily is a much, much deeper. But the stuff that we teach you, most people in multifamily don't even know. I bought, I don't know, man, over 45, 46, 47, probably 5,000 units by now. Bought maybe, I don't know, 800 units over the past year and a half. And so, you know, we're always buying more property, fixing them up, renovating them. This is what we do, the BRRRR method. So you guys got any questions, comment them below about this?
Sydney's asking, how do you structure your business just starting out? Personal, LLC?
So I'm not a tax attorney and I'm not a CPA. I don't want to tell you that. You should take that up with them. But how do I, you know, if it's a piece of real estate that I'm holding, it's going to be in an LLC. Any other questions? Anybody? All right. Well, I guess we'll finish early then. I just want to thank you guys for jumping in here. And let's get, so hold on, we got one says,
Well, now we got
okay,
questions. Answers. There you go.
okay, here we go.
Yeah. Do you have any suggestions for using a VA loan?
I think maybe you can mix a VA loan with the 203K loan, or maybe they got something like that where you can take and use your VA loan to renovate the property too, and they give you funds to renovate. I'm not sure though, man. So
But you could still house hack with the VA loan though, Nate, right?
yeah, you can house hack, but man, I specialize in the BRRRR method, brother. Like, yeah, you can house hack, but I'm an expert in the BRRRR method. Like, that's more traditional financing. I get into more of the, like, look, I just got this here in the mail today. I got another $15,000, 0%, on this card here. Another card that I just got. And if you guys want to know how you can use this, now this puts me over $127,000 that I got in credit cards so far. 0% interest. This one is until August 8th of 2025. You'll enjoy an introductory 0% APR for purchases. So we'll use this. My son will use this credit card here to go buy real estate with. And this will not show up on my personal credit here. So if you guys are interested in knowing how you can credit card hack, use this stuff here, you better be really good, because if you're not, it's going to go up to 26.99%. The APR will vary with the market based on a prime rate. But again, if you become good at this and you know what you're doing, you can use these credit cards to buy a property. He bought his very first property for $70,000 using credit card stacking, liquidating the credit cards to pay for the property. There's an app for that. And that property there, he put, I think, 82,000 renovation in, on it for 152. He just turned 18 on Thanksgiving. He'll be starting a refinance process on that. He bought it in August. And those credit cards we bought it with had, the lowest one had 9 months. Most of them had 12 months because we got the credit cards and we were ready to go. That property is worth $300,000. I think the appraisal is going to come in maybe a little north of that. We'll share it with you guys. Look, it could be a bad appraiser. He could come in at, you know, 250. I've seen crazy things happen in this market, but we are going to give them guidance. This is what we teach people to do also. One of the things that Jiris teaches a lot on in our private community is how to build out the appraisal list to give to the appraiser and say, hey, here are the comps that I found, look similar to my property. So you can give them a little bit of guidance on your appraisal.
Eric,
couple more questions, Donald.
Yeah, Eric says, I'm 18, like your son, and I want to know how important is credit to buying a multifamily home, and how do I build the credit to get approved to buy a multifamily house?
So credit's really important, but what's even more important than credit, guys and girls, is look, credit doesn't matter as much as you knowing what you're doing. So again, let me send you this video so you understand. Again, anybody that wants a video, just comment video below. And if you want to jump on and hear about our mentorship, we got 2 spots left this week. So credit cards, you can build pretty easily. So here's what my son did. He has a 788 credit score and he just turned 18. I do not have any credit cards in my name. So I couldn't add him to my credit cards. All mine are in business and they don't show up on my personal. So I called two of my buddies and they added him. Jarius added him to one of his credit card. And then my other buddy Adam added him one of his credit card. Caden's credit is a 788 because they got all that history that was on them cards. Now there's also a app out here where you can buy trade lines for 3 months. You can pay for these trade lines, and people, even if you don't have people that will add you to theirs, these people will add you. Now, you do not get to use their credit. You just get this trade line, and it'll show up on your credit and boost your credit through the roof. But after that after that 3 months, man, it's going to fall off. You're going to either have to buy another trade line or use it. So make sure you understand the process on that.
Jeremy's asking, how do we get into the meeting Thursday? Same Zoom link as you used tonight, and you'll be able to join Jarius at noon Eastern on Thursday as he calls and cold calls off-market deals.
And Fruits of Our Labor says, how do you pick houses or locations to start the BRRRR method? Look, that's all on that them videos of free training I put together. So just comment free training below if you haven't commented for the videos already. And if you guys are really serious about this, man, and you want to get into a mentorship program, I would love to tell you guys more about what we do. We got, Donald said we just had two calls left this week. So if you want to get on a call again, say call. But if you want the free training, we'll send that to you as well.
iPad is asking, how long does it take between buying and recouping your costs from refinancing?
Well, I usually tell people, depends on your level of expertise, but you got to have a plan. I mean, I've done them in as little as 70, 80 days before, but a realistic time frame for Caden, he bought his property August. He renovated it, added the value in 60 days. He rented it out. Day 82, 83, the person actually moved in, started paying rent. So now he has the lease in place. He had to wait another 13 days to turn 18. Probably by December the 10th, it'll be in refinance. Probably by the end of the year, he'll have the money back. And so he won't just have the 152 back because it's going to appraise at probably 300. He's going to probably borrow 65% of that back out, which is going to put him right around all of our initial capital back, plus probably $30,000 to $40,000 extra.
We have somebody ask. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
That other 30 to 40,000 he's pulling out is not taxable either because it is a loan. And he doesn't have to pay that back. The property does. The tenant does. This is going to be a loan that's going to be in his LLC. He doesn't need tax returns to do this. It's called a DSCR loan. If you guys want to link to somebody that is a DSCR lender that we recommend, I can get you hooked up with them as well.
Next question is, what would you tell somebody that is older than...
Hey, Fernando, thank you for jumping in, brother. Jump on the call Thursday, everybody. Go ahead. Hey, Donald, hold on one second. Let me grab me a water, man. I'll be right back. Go ahead and read that question. I can hear you.
Yep. What would you tell someone that is older than 55 plus and hesitant about investing? What type of deal should they look for? I mean, that background is just like soothing, Ray? Like, it just looks... Yeah, it's a good question. Drop in the Shane's asking, what are they afraid of, Donald? Drop in the chat like what their actual fears are. Just in general, y'all, I'd love to see like what are the hesitations, what are the fears that is stopping you from investing in real estate regardless. I'd love to know that too, because we can kind of point you in the right direction there.
Sorry, Donald, say that again, brother.
Yeah, so what would you tell someone that is older than 55 and hesitant about investing? What type of deal should they look for? They're worried about losing money, contractors, all of that.
Man, get the knowledge first, man. I mean, everything about life, like 55 is not old anymore. It's really not. And again, man, all this stuff here that we teach people, I've seen people become millionaires in as little as 7 months. My son's going to do it in 9 months, God willing. Get the knowledge. You know, the knowledge is key. Um, and so many of us just get the wrong knowledge. We go to college and we get the same knowledge 100,000 other people are getting, or 1 million other people are getting. So we're not really in demand. There's 1 million other people with that same knowledge you got. Get this niche knowledge here, the BRRRR method. You can make so much money. And is it going to be harder than working a job? I don't know, man. I mean, people say it's relative. Like, man, let me no, I ain't gonna go there. I mean, it's just a mindset, man. Like, if I could pull up my Instagram and show you guys what my son said the other day, man. And if you see how much money he's making, man, he's just turned 18. And he's making it legal, legit, and he gets it. He understands the value of his time. He's not being run by his job. He's running his job because he's already been through my mentorship twice. And he's been living this stuff for a decade around me. So he has a mindset, he has the knowledge, and he also has the tenacity to go out and execute. And he's not afraid to fail because he understands what could possibly go wrong with the project and how much that would cost. So he's able to budget for that as well.
Austin's asking, how do you find your max offer? In the videos that we just started playing tonight, that mini course that Nate created, that's a complimentary course to everybody in our public group. Nate breaks that down really good, just about the expenses, what you can offer. So if you watch that video, it'll really help that knowledge that you're looking for.
Yeah, and T. Marie, if they have hesitancy, they should. It's because they don't have the knowledge. It's like, you know, the first person that went out there and was swimming in the ocean and drowned, right? And then everybody thought, I'll never go in there again because you'll drown. Well, then they seen somebody coming by swimming, and it was like, oh, now we got knowledge. We know we can swim as humans. Okay. Yeah. So it's the same thing. It's learning how to swim.
Or learn how to drive, right?
Well, you don't need that anymore. AI's got you covered, baby.
Yeah. There you go. How do you estimate renovation costs?
Line item by line item, everything in the house. We teach all that in our private mentorship very extensively. We have a coaching call tomorrow at 12:30, and I'm going to be going over that. We have a spreadsheet that I literally can break down. I really want to get one of our academy members, if we could walk through one of their houses, I could break down and estimate the house within a margin of 5 to 7% in 10 minutes, because there's nothing hard about it. There's not. Once you understand what a house is made up of, once you understand the foundation and then what's on top of the foundation, how much plumbing costs, how much electric costs, and we break all that down. It's different a little bit market by market, but really comes down to like not trying to, like, understanding that the real success comes in running the job and not turning it over to somebody else. Oftentimes we feel like if I turn it over to somebody else, they're going to take care of my problem, but then that problem compounds. I know this because I experienced it myself, and I experienced that after doing a couple $100 million in real estate, and I will never let anybody run my construction jobs again. I don't care how. And because it's easy for me to go hire a guy and just have him manage the job the way I want it. I got systems, I got processes, I got all that built out, and spreadsheets, and we share this stuff in our private community. And that's one of the biggest keys to success. But T. Marie became a millionaire in 12 months, man. And she did it because she understood the process. She understood the process just naturally. There was something about her that made them numbers easy for her to understand. And she's really good at finding deals too. And she did that in 12 months. And she's doing big things now, Columbus, Ohio. So many people, man. And not everybody takes off at the same time, but if you keep at it, you're going to take off. So T. Marie, in reality, man, it's just her understanding, or him or her, whoever it is, over 55 years old, understanding enough about what could go wrong and being able to antiquate and put a price on that.
Nate, what would you say to people who are concerned about interest rates or who got elected? I know sometimes people are worried about the market.
I mean, look, I made probably my biggest deals, most profitable deals, I bought paying 11% interest. When interest rates are up, deals are more abundant. When interest rates are down, you got all the rookies out here paying stupid money, and it's hard to compete with stupid money. I like the higher interest rates, to be honest with you, man. It gives me only the pros know how to come in and buy. So if you guys want to learn how to become a pro, I got 2 spots left. I can get you on a call this week, and we can see if what we offer is a good fit for you guys. And then the second part, was who's elected. I don't care. I've made millions and millions of dollars with Democrats in office and millions of dollars with Republicans. Look, don't get caught up in the politics, man. Don't spend your life watching CNN or Fox and getting all caught up in all this hyperbole. Look, none of that stuff really matters. The people in Washington don't even know your name, right? They really don't. So get out here and take action and get the stuff done for your family, right?
Jeremy's asking, how do you manage your properties? Just like the property management side overall.
So we show you guys in there. We have module, and tomorrow, guys, we are launching 3.0, which is by far 100 times better than anything we've ever put out. Jerry has worked tirelessly on this, and Donald, I know you worked on it. Matt worked on it.
Ashley, Ashley said she sent the email today to you, me and Jerry. She said they added 258% increase in content for 3.0, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So
it's everything step by step, man.
Yeah.
It's so good. And we got these accountability coaches. And what we saw across the industry is that only 2% of people really finished. We were we were quadruple that, but now we are over 90% of the people that join our mentorship make it all the way through, because now we have accountability coaches that hold you accountable to get on calls with. And they're passionate. They're all students too. So they're all students. They're passionate about that.
I think we got everything, man.
Oh, Lorenzo said one of the best things about the academy is it stops you from buying a terrible deal.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
still risk in getting in any deal, but by leaning into the knowledge of Nate and Jirish, you minimize the risk as much as possible. That's right, Lorenzo. Thank you for that, man. And
Hey, Nate.
What's going on, brother?
What's up, brother? Hey, I just want to just talk a little bit about the power of our city groups. Lorenzo is the city group president in Vegas. We were down here in LA. We had a member.
And you're the president of tell them what the city groups are, man, because you help out a lot with that, man. And
yeah, the city groups is literally our members in over, we got 44, 45 city groups across the country. And they are a tight-knit kind of group where everything that we're talking about here is applied in your local market. So you have resources, vendor list, people helping each other to be able to do exactly what we're taught to do here, but in the market that you're in. And so some of the people in LA invest out of state. Some of them, for example, a couple of them are doing ADU plays here locally. But what I loved about Lorenzo and what I wanted to do was give him a quick head nod was I reached out to him and said, hey, we got Maria, her mother unfortunately had passed away, and she needed to renovate a full gut home in Las Vegas. Reaching out to the city group, he's like, hey, she's like, I need this, this, and this. He goes, I got you. And that's the power of the city group. Trusted, vetted vendors that are in this list, and it's just literally a phone click away. What if you can have access to that? I think that's so cool. And I appreciate Lorenzo for always being there, man. Like literally within like 20 minutes, he responded.
Yeah. Nah, man, so many city presidents, T. Marie. I mean, just, man, we got so many people that are passionate about this, because when you learn how to change your life, Ray over there in St. Louis, when you learn how to change your life and you learn that it's possible, you want to share it with everybody, because that's how powerful it is. So thank you guys for everything you do, man. I'll see you guys one more time. Anybody need this video? We'll be jumping in next week and going to the renovation part of it. Okay, so we're gonna go through this whole module. But anybody that wants this video, just comment video below. We'll send that over to you guys. And I love you guys, man. You guys have an amazing week. And don't forget, 12 o'clock, this same link, Thursday, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, Jairus is going to be showing you guys how you can jump in here and use Deal Machine to jump in and do these live calls. If he picks one of your zip codes and he connects with somebody, he's going to expect you to follow up with them. Not necessarily close the deal. If you close the deal, great. Maybe make $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, but it's the experience. Thank you, Tico. Love you guys. Love you, T. Marie. Love you, Donald. Man, Rayvon, love you guys, man. Thank you guys for everything you do. Christos and man, BRRRR team. Thank you guys for getting in here tonight, man. Love you guys, man. I'll see you guys next week. I might even be on that call Thursday. See you later.
What'd you say, Nate?
I love you too, Donald.
I love you, bro.
Hey, where does Silver Fox go, man?
Silver Fox? I don't know, man.
They call Junior Silver Fox. Yeah.
Hey,
that's why I dye my hair, bro. Y'all ain't get me like that.
You look good, bro.
You'll be dyeing your hair in a decade, Donald.
I said I'm gonna shave in a decade so that like I look younger. That's my plan, is grow the beard and then do that. Hey, I know some
Donald,
people.
thank you. Donald, real quick, man. I know you want to talk, but look, man, thank you for always jumping in here, man. I appreciate you, man. You do so much for everybody in the community, man.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you, man. We appreciate you, brother.
Of course, bro.
Kyle, is Kyle in here? Yeah,
Kyle,
Kyle, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Thank you for everything you do too. And Fumbi. Yep, go ahead. What were you gonna say before I was rudely cut you off?
No problem. Yeah, I'm used to it. I'm just the co-host, bro. I just do the underhand pitches. You're the one who hits home runs. Okay. So yeah, our BRRRR team, if you comment a video, they're gonna send you a message. Make sure they get your cell so they can text you the free video. So I'll stay on for another 60 seconds so they can do that. I did see DSCR lender. Who do we use for a DSCR lender? Jeremy Perez is asking that. I'm gonna drop that in the chat. This is like, I mean, one of Nate's preferred lenders that he's
one of my good friends, man.
Yeah.
He used to manage about $2-3 billion a year, and then he wanted to start his own company. He's great, and he can get you a loan. It doesn't matter if he doesn't look at your debt to income ratio. He looks at your credit, and he can get you a fix and flip, or he can get you a DSCR loan. He doesn't need tax returns. You do need to have a credit. I think he can get you about a 640 credit score. 680 to 700, you're really qualifying well. And then you will need some reserves in the bank. And that's what we talk about sometimes. Like, it's risky to take credit cards if you don't know what you're doing. But if you know what you're doing and you're strategic and you know how to budget your jobs, then, you definitely can use these things to make a ton of money in real estate and use this as your down payment. Again, it's very risky if you don't know what you're doing. But if you got a good team around you, you study this stuff, you got you a good mentor, you got a clear path, you can do it. All right, man. Love you guys.